Okay, so what we're about to do is a morning routine or a warm-up routine. And what it's going to do is it's going to help to break up any sort of calcified material, any sort of waste, any sort of, basically just think of it as gunk and junk. We're not going to get too technical here. That builds up in the capsules of your joints. And we're going to make sure that you're able to use your joints through the full range of motion that they were basically designed and intended for. Whatever range you use on a daily basis, your body's going to keep. Whatever range you stop using, your body's going to abandon. It's going to stop. It's going to give it up. You're going to tighten up. And we don't want that because we want to keep your joints working well until you're old so you can work, make lots of money, and so you can play, do whatever you want, play sports, do handstands, have good times. The key with these, and what they're called this series, is controlled joint articulations. So also known as CARs, controlled articular rotations. Articulation refers to the 2 points of the joint. So we have a ball in your hip, we have a socket. They fit together. Where they meet is where they articulate. It takes two bones to have an articulating surface. So everywhere your joints meet, that's an articulating surface. And those are the areas we need to worry about the most. And what we're going to do is we're going to move through range, and we're going to move through our end ranges. So mid-range doesn't mean so much. Right here, my finger can bend in the middle. I'm probably never going to lose that. It's the end ranges, all the way back here, all the way curled in. Finger's just an easy example. Obviously, the bigger things are shoulders and hips, things like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to move into the end ranges, and then we're going to move around our full range while staying at the end ranges the entire time. So for an example, my shoulder, this is all mid-range stuff. I'm always going to have this. This is easy. 90-year-olds have this. What I really want to work on is the end ranges, so where it's really it's hard to move here. I'm going to grind my way through it. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to start with shoulders. We're going to go up as high as we can. When we get stuck, we're going to rotate through as little space as possible between my ear and my arm. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, 3 times per side. Next, I'm going to do my neck, move it over, roll through, 3 times each way. After that, we're going to go to our shoulders. So shoulder blades have a tremendous amount of range. We want to use that. We're going to get in a push position. Keep your elbows locked. Don't let your ears come up at all. Not up, not towards your shoulders. We don't want that. We want them to be moving forward and backwards using all of our shoulder blades. So hands down, push up position. Let the chest drop towards the floor. Keep the elbows locked. Keep the hips locked. Keep the core strong so your hips aren't sagging. And then push up, up, up. When you get to where you think you are at the end, keep pushing into the floor and round your back a little more. Still flat at my lower back, but the upper back's rounding forward a little bit. But my shoulders are not coming up towards my ears. We're going to do 10 of those. Once you've done 10 of those, we're going to come to the all fours position. And we're going to round our back in, head between the arms, reverse, and extend as our weight shifts forward into our fingertips. So from the side, we're here. Arch, reverse, extend, and roll the way forward into the fingertips. That's going to take care of our neck, our shoulders, our spine. Now we're going to get to the limbs. So we're going to go to the elbow, palm faces out this way, elbow up, palm faces in this way. 2, 3, 3. Elbows are easy, simple joint. Next, wrist, grab your arm here, rotate. Find that end range, push against it. Might get some grinding and popping, I get tons, that's all right. Just move your way through it, work through it. 3 each way, fingers. Back and forth, rotate them, give them a quick shake out. Now we're gonna move the hips. So for this one here, I'm gonna start by driving my heel up towards the ceiling, my leg back. But my lower back, my hand's here to make sure it's not gonna arch. I don't wanna arch like this. I want to use my glute. Once I get to here, I'm going to turn so the outside of my knee, the left side of my left knee, is pointing up at the ceiling, and I'm going to push it up towards the ceiling as high as I can. Again, we're working at end ranges, not mid ranges. It's tough to be in an end range. It makes you sweat. It's hard. It gets you breathing. We're going to keep as high as we can. We're going to bring the knee as far this way as we can, while keeping the knee as high this way as we can. Up, 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 up. Fight against those end ranges, fight against gravity. Make it hard. That's one. Then we're gonna go the other direction. So straight up to the side as high as I can. Down. Find that position. It's not my lower back, it's my glute. And in. That's one. We're gonna do 3 per side on each side. And then we're gonna do knees. Knees are pretty easy. You can just sit back, toes point out, toes point in. Out, in, ankle roll, wiggle the toes. Do that on both sides, and that's it. Take great care of your joints so you can keep being a badass for your whole life. You don't want to be that old guy with terrible shoulders, terrible hips, you can't do anything, and it'll affect your work life, it'll affect your home life. It affects everything, so do it every single day, and you'll keep kicking ass, and you'll have an awesome life. That's it, Highlander out.